Do we even have a title for this car?
Two titles for this car.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Don't break it on the very first day.
Can somebody tell me what this is? I mean, besides cool.
But the floor is so immaculate, I'm really uncomfortable about cutting it out. Basketball Jones. Ew, the shaft legit stayed in there. Whoa! The reason that this thing went airborne is because it's not wide enough in this valley. Probably won't get my rental fee back, but. Alright, let's try this. Still on it. Got it. Boy, that was death. A trip, because that's all factory suspension. Cut these brackets out real quick on the plasma. They're shady, but they'll work. And so, put the sockets there so I can get the nut for the stud that's gonna mount everything as close to that as I can get it. That being the center. It's gonna be a little off-centered, but it needs to be a little off-centered. Put this thing in the air, clean up the shop. There's still one little section on the back side of where I cut out of the airbag relief in the top that's still barely glancing the lower control arm when it comes down, keeping it from laying flat by about an inch. So I'm gonna have to cut all that, but I gotta clean this place up. I'm tripping over myself. And then I've got these factory shock mounts off of an F100. I forget the year, but I've kept them. The process is to mount it to the frame, figure out, what angle it needs to be at, if it needs to be at an angle, and make brackets that weld to the lower control arms. The only thing is, and I can't imagine a scenario where I'd have a wheel and tire combo closer to the control arm, because that is like right up on it. But that one doesn't hit, so, and I have the ability to go to a wider wheel. what's left is I've got to find, I got to level, since this isn't level, you can find level, and it measures 3 points of interest, and then it tracks between them to make sure. Okay, so the shock mounts are in place, they're tacked. The bag mounts are in place and tacked. The upper shock mounts are in place and tacked. I'm gonna break this all down, take it apart, get it up in there, and start welding this mess in. Welding the plates in. Making these little gussets for the shock mounts. Help give that some integrity there. So the only thing that's keeping this from laying completely on the ground is right here. It's hitting the control arm. I need to trim just a smidge off the bottom of that. But I mean, to be that low with no motor or transmission in it, that's the bags aren't in it. I've got fittings and lines ordered, and I need to order all the front end rebuild stuff. But I'm gonna call it done. All the fab work's done. So far, we got 800 bucks in the car, 33 bucks in just all thread and material to make the bag mounts. The bags, I'm gonna say I got 50 bucks in them, but I had them. And then the lines and stuff I ordered, it was $35. So I don't know what that is, but just be careful when you're dealing with coil springs and loaded spring rate. I knew better. I was just being lazy, and I didn't want to go buy the right tool. I wanted to just get it done, and that's fine. But the reason I kept that in the video is because I want you to see how dangerous that can be. Almost got, if it wouldn't have got hurt really bad, I lost every tooth I have in my mouth when that ball joint separator came springing off. And then when the spring rate released in the car, if it wouldn't have been strapped to the lift, I feel like it would have at least tilted over, because this thing's back heavy to begin with. So that was twice in one day where I basically cheated death. So, and like I said, I left it in there because I want you to see, sometimes you can learn stuff from people being dumb. So